Balance is not harmony, for balance may suggest an attempt to hold opposing forces in equilibrium, where harmony asks something more exact. What belongs where, in what measure, and at what time? Human beings have long understood that life does not flourish through more. It flourishes through right proportion. A river needs banks, a garden needs tending. A human life needs boundaries, rhythm, attention, discernment. Without measure, even abundance can become disorder. The ancient world understood that proportion was not merely an aesthetic principle. It was a principle of life. What appears outwardly as precision is therefore not merely discipline. It is a form of respect. To be exact is to pay attention to what is actually there rather than imposing upon life what we wish it to be. It is to recognize the quiet difference between enough and excess, nourishment and indulgence, devotion and compulsion, movement and escape. To know what belongs to us and what does not. Much of life today encourages approximation. We are urged toward greater consumption, greater stimulation, greater speed, greater productivity. But true refinement moves differently. It removes what is unnecessary. It restores proportion. It gives each thing its proper place. This is not perfectionism. It is presence made precise. The skilled hand knows that one unnecessary stroke can alter an entire form. A gardener knows that growth without pruning eventually obscures the garden. A musician knows that silence belongs to the music. A sailor knows that a small correction of the rudder can alter the course. So it is with a human life. Small acts of attention shape its direction. Perhaps harmony has never been a perfect state of equilibrium. Perhaps it is the intelligence to perceive what reality requires and to answer with the appropriate measure. Exactness is not rigidity. It is not control, nor the fear of making a mistake. It is the intelligence of knowing what is enough. The question at the threshold: where has the pursuit of more quietly displaced the wisdom of enough? And what might return to its rightful measure if what no longer belongs were released? Hexagram 61 of the I Ching. Inner truth, wind over lake. The judgment of Hexagram 61 speaks of inner truth and of the power of sincerity to reach even what appears distant or resistant. Its image presents the noble one deliberating over criminal cases and delaying executions. There is profound intelligence in this image. Before judgment becomes action, there is examination. Before an irreversible act, there is the willingness to remain present long enough for truth to reveal itself. This, too, is precision. Not merely knowing how to act, but knowing when not to act too quickly. The ancient intelligence of measure is therefore not mechanical exactness. It is discernment, the ability to distinguish, to listen beneath appearance, to perceive proportion, and to respond without excess. Inner truth gives precision its heart. For without truth, precision can become perfectionism. Without compassion, discipline can become cruelty. Without inwardness, order can become control. The oracle turns us inward. The question is no longer how perfectly can I arrange my life. It becomes how faithfully am I responding to what I know to be true. When inner truth becomes clear, the outer life begins to find its measure. And what is aligned no longer requires constant force. It begins to move with the quiet intelligence of things that have returned to their proper relationship. Perhaps the deepest form of refinement is not becoming simply more, but becoming more exact. When what is within and what is without begin to correspond, harmony no longer needs to be pursued. It is revealed. Precision is love when it serves truth.